Hey everyone, it's Tuesday the 28th of October and it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had a bit of a productive morning at least. I haven't done much for the last couple of hours, but at least this morning was productive. Obviously I had to take a ride back to mine to feed the kiddies. Came back here and I've cut the grass and done, well, as Mum calls it, poo patrol. The joys of having dogs, you know, they do leave stuff in the garden that needs cleaning up. Problem was the grass had got so long I couldn't see it all, so I sort of had to clear up what I could see and then just cut the grass and clear the rest up as I went along. And just by coincidence the local councillor out with their mowers, cutting all the little grass areas on the little village estate here. Anywho, I've also fixed up the fourth bike since I've been here. That's almost all the bikes here up in running order, apart from one. Two. But the other one I think will just need tyres pumped up and a bit of a clean up. And there's one here that's not actually mine. So I thought I would show you these, what I've been up to. So I decided, I weren't going to, but I decided I would tackle Mum's two bikes as well, as I was successful with my two shoppers yesterday. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab you for this. 2 seconds. There's Peggy, bless her. She was hiding this morning when I woke up. Bless her. Because she'd gone to the loo on the lounge floor rather than outside. Entirely my fault. I'm a heavy sleeper, and when she tried to wake me up at like 5-6 o'clock in the morning to go out like she does with my mum and stepdad, I just didn't hear her. So she went on the floor. You know, she's not feeling, or not being too well. She seems to be better now though. She's much more herself, she's eating. She's eaten pretty much every meal since I've been here. And now she's run off. She's going to get in the mood probably because she can't get through the baby gate. Wet paws. Mum would kill me if that gets all over the bed. Anywho, so this is bike number one. We'll take a quick look at. This one I bought, I don't know, a couple of years ago ish, from a young lad back in town. It was cheap and I just bought it for a bit of fun. And I was going to have a bit of, well, I was riding it around for a little bit and then it got stolen, but I was actually going to sell it. And then Mum took a liking to it, so I brought it over here and it's not been used since. She doesn't want to sell it. So I have gone over it and just done a few repairs. I've replaced the rear brake cable. Now it did have white cable outers on it, on the two brakes anyway. Couldn't reuse the rear white one, so I had to use a black, which is a lot shorter. That's a brand new one and I haven't cut it down, but it is a lot shorter, so I had to strap it to the other frame bar there instead of going down with the gear cable where it's supposed to go. No biggie, it works. But you know, that left just the front brake cable in white, so I thought, well, I might as well change that. You know, it's only going to take 2 minutes. It took longer than 2 minutes, but you know what I mean. It was actually a quick job. So now this is all function. I've got it sitting on two pumped up tyres now as well. I've gone over the chrome and just cleaned it up as best I can. Can't get in there without moving that. It really could do with a new pair of handlebar grips, and I don't think I've got anything that will suit this at the minute. Yeah, this is the bike I stole the rear light off of in the other video for that thing and the dynamo, because I doubt the lights will ever get used on this one. I'm going to leave the front one on there because it's not hurting at the minute. I just need to sort that wiring out and get rid of it, I think. Right, but last night once I shut the camera off, decided I was going to tinker around with the other bike of Mum's, so let me just go and swap these over. I might actually have to do something with this underlay because it's getting in the way. It's the only thing that's getting in the way in here at the minute. I don't know what it was, but this got stuck on something. Pardon me. Okie dokie, bike number 2. There we go. So this is her Ellswick. I don't think it's an original Ellswick. I mean, it's a fairly modern bike. I think Ellswick went bust years ago. I'd have to double check that though. But again, I pumped the tyres up, I cleaned the chrome, brakes were still working, the gears as far as I can tell still work, and I chucked a set of lights on it. I picked these ones intentionally because they pretty much go with the bike. Even if they are old school lights, but they do suit the bike in my opinion. But yeah, this is all good to go. I haven't checked all the gears yet though, so the cable might be a bit sticky, but it went to second perfectly fine. Oh, I've got to oil the chain up. Same on that one, I haven't done that yet. Caught up around the vise, there we go, I can get my cable caught up. I do like that seat as well. I've cleaned all the seat post up because that started to go rusty. But this one's got aluminium wheels on it. Unlike that one, that's got steel. And I'm not going to be able to clean those up, so I'll see if I can find a pair to replace them. That's what I dislike about chrome wheels, because they're a bit fiddly to clean up as well, because you've got to get between all the spokes and whatnot. If you let them get rusty like that, that can be quite time consuming. Pretty certain I'm going to be here tonight as well. But I want to go back to mine before it gets dark, because I absolutely hate riding at night. And in all honesty, LED lights do not help. I hate LED headlights. They just seem to be so glaring, and they just seem to hurt my eyes a lot more. I really do not like them. Don't get me wrong, I like LED lights. It's a light. And I hope I didn't just chuck all of that in my drink. It was a very gritty drink. And with the dust off the top of the socket outlet there. Nope, we're good. Just adds a bit of texture if it did. Yeah, so I'm just going to try and avoid that. Pick up my shopper again, so I knocked into it. In fact, what I'm now going to do, I'm going to put that bike back outside, move these two shoppers up that end, and I'm very tempted to put that bloody roll of underlay up here out of the way. Eventually it will get used for something, but it's just getting in the way. It's got to be put here to keep it dry. And sometimes you just can't store things like that on the van, because then you can't find your freaking tools. One stepdad chucks in here. Right. There's half an axle stand, I don't know where the other half of it is. Oh, yes I do, I just remembered. Oops, sugar, I want to open it. I wanted to lift it. Because I'm going to chuck it up there. I'll tell you what, is that friggin' light. Mind you, that is lighter than some that I've had to move around in here. Right, let's just shove this bike out of the way. Let's turn you guys around, there we go, and you can see what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing much, I'm moving a bicycle. Well, that light's got a bit of a funky switch on it. But I figured, you know, as this has got the shopping basket and everything on it, this would be ideal just to buzz around to the shop on. And in fairness, I could chuck a basket on the front of one of those shopper bikes of mine as well. I have got a few kicking around. And a bracket. Although I'd rather find an old one if I can. I've got a couple of modern ones. I'd rather find an older one. fun fact about that bike I just put over there, the Ellswick, that was free. The story behind that is, again, I'm going back like 2-3 years ago, something like that, maybe even 4 years ago now. It was parked, or left I should say, in a bicycle rack that belonged to a local cafe, restaurant. I'm not sure what it would be considered as. It's very popular in North Walsham. It was called Shambles. Never been in myself, just not really my cup of tea to go in cafes like that. Maybe if I had a friend or someone to go in with, I probably would, but anywho, it had been left in their little bike rack outside for about 5 months, give or take. And they'd advertised all over Facebook, everywhere you could imagine. They'd advertised trying to find the owner, you know, to get it moved. And in the end, I went and picked it up. 2 flat tyres, rusty chain, rusty chrome, knackered bike lights, as if that just looked like all full of cobblers that just been sat somewhere for ages. Now, I do just want to mention, because I saw this mentioned on the Cycleshite group last night as well, that in theory you shouldn't really pick things up like that if you just find something abandoned on the side of the road. Doesn't matter what it is, bicycle, whatever. Because the police could actually do you for theft by finding. You are meant to report it to the police. Now you can take it home and you can store it at yours. I've known people to do that. And you have to keep hold of it for a certain amount of time, and then you can lay claim to it if no one's claimed it. That's the proper way to do it. No one ever does. But yeah, just be aware if you find something abandoned, you know. If you get seen by a cop that just wants the brownie points, then they may actually do you for it. Even if it is clearly a piece of trash. Ask me how I know that one. Do you want to hear that story? What's up? Is the door closed again? Is little Timmy down the well? What's up? Yeah, good girl, you ate your breakfast. You ate it late, but you ate it. Yeah, many years ago, when we still had PCSOs here in Norfolk, let me just go put her indoors and I'll tell you the story when I come back. Alright, she wanted to go through to the bedroom and play with her big sister. Right, now that she's out of the way, yeah, many years ago, back when Norfolk still had PCSOs, we've not had them for quite a few years now. They decided to get rid of them for some reason. Myself and a friend of mine that were taking a bicycle trailer full of scrap to be weighed in. We used to get a ton of that at a time. Don't ask. That's when we were a lot younger. That's how far back I'm going. I was like 10 years younger. Yeah, we got stopped by a couple of PCSOs. And I was going to pick up, literally, it's just a bit of scrap metal that was laying in the hedgerow. And they were going to, if I'd have picked it up, they were going to do me for theft by finding for just doing that. How ridiculous is that? You're trying to do something good for the environment by picking up literal trash from the side of the road. And that's what they wanted to do me for. Then again, this particular PCSO was known to be a bit of an arse. In fact, nearly everybody I knew that had encounters with him absolutely hated him. They hated his attitude, they hated everything about him, you know. It's horrible. I think that was a neighbour. Right. It's a bit rubbish. I need to find a couple of wheels. So, let's have a look. Wheels. I was just listening because I could hear several footsteps. Anyway. Right. I do want one of these, but not quite yet. This is 700. But ideally I want a pair. Because they're not very good on my Schwinn. Looking at this one, I think this one might be a 700. I think. Yeah, it's good and straight. Let's see if I can find a tyre. My brakes just aren't very good. That's the issue I've got. They've got brand new brake blocks in. So it's definitely the rims. Because with wheels like this, when you've got rim brakes, it's just like a brake disc. It can wear out. The surface can wear out and your brakes don't work. Right, I still haven't found. Yes, I have. Because back home, I've got a lady's bike. It's got 2 buckled wheels. Okay, that's just a tire wobble. It's got 2 buckled wheels. The derailleur mech is falling off. The chain is all rusty. It's full of cobwebs and shit. And it's sat in the same abandoned spot on a busy main road for about 2 weeks before I picked it up. Right, so I've got a back wheel, a front wheel, with an inner tube. I hope the inner tube is any good. I might as well pump it up and find out. If it goes flat, then I know it's mighty good. Now I just want a suitable back wheel. I've got wheels at mine, but they're shite. I don't know why I keep them. I might as well just chuck damn things. Now that rear wheel is no better than the one that's in that white Dutch bike, so put that there. Big ass metal jerry can. The number of gears it's got doesn't really matter because I can change those. See, that's got a 5-speed on it, but there's plenty of room to put a 6 on it if I need to. Put that straight. I'm not really fussed about tyres. If I could find a matching pair, I can take those as well. So I've got that pair. Now, have I got either a 27-inch tyre or a 700? And it doesn't look like I have. And that actually looks like that's the only spare rear 3-speed wheel I've got. Pack of O-rings. There we go. Can't remember to put that on the shelf. I've got to find somewhere to put that as well. I think I know where I'm going to put that. These are all decent wheels, that's why I don't want to get rid of them. Right. Lay the others on top. That's another 700 wheel. I've got a few tyres. Oh, that one might be. It's a big might be though. There we go. That's the only spare 20-inch I've got. Oh, I have got a spare front wheel down there for a 3-speed bicycle. What size tyres are this one? This might be a 26 actually, an old 26. If I can actually read the bloody sidewall. Yep, there's a 26. Nuts! These two. Peel that tyre off. Can't quite make it out. So we'll just see if this tyre fits or if it's too big. And the answer is it fits. So with any luck, these will fit my Schwinn. So I want these two out as well. You know what, I'm just going to leave bloody inner tube on that one. So I need those out. Let's tuck that up there. It's not going to be much longer before I'm going to head back tomorrow. I'm going to head back about 3. Actually maybe 3:30. I'll spend a bit of time there with the cats and come back here, feed the doggos and stay here for the night again. Right. That one to there. That one ain't no good. Good. And that ain't no good. That isn't. Yeah, this is the other new bit of outer. They seem to make them shorter for modern bikes. They don't make them long enough for these older bikes anymore. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. Right, a bit of a tidy up in here now. Didn't spend all that time yesterday just to mess it all up again, did I? I don't know, I might go sit indoors for a little while. I don't think there's much else I need to do over here. Got a nice walkway through here now. Still got some lights to put away, let's put those away actually. Just where I was messing about with lights last night, seeing what was bright and what wasn't. I was actually trying to decide to put them on Mum's Ellswick. Okay. I always forget how that particular light goes. Don't know why I keep some of these. Because some of those lights really are shit lights. And you didn't see none of that because I didn't move the camera around, did I? Oops. Just debating, do I get dinner in town and bring it back here or what do I do? I really don't know. If I went back a bit earlier, and then I could actually catch the kebab and just grab a kebab. Then I haven't got to worry about eating here. You know, my mum said I could help myself to anything, cook whatever I wanted, but the way I see it, I'm going home, I might as well just eat at home. Why mess up 2 homes when I can only mess up 1? Oh, excuse me. Right, so I've got the mountain bike wheels. Should hopefully have a better, but I just want the rear brakes to worse than the front one. So hopefully they are a better set of rims. At some point I want to put black rims in my Schwinn rather than a Schwinn. Can't even say it when I'm stone cold sober. What would happen if I had a few? Not that I'd drink, but I'm just wondering what would happen. Got a good spare gear wire up there as well. Do you know, I'm bloody sure there's tools missing from in here as well. I could be wrong. I don't know, it just feels like there's some missing. I know there seems to be screwdrivers missing from up there, but we have got some Milwaukee ones up here. See, the thing is, my stepdad does exactly what I do, so I can't really complain. Use the tools, and instead of putting them straight back up there, when we're done with something, because we're usually just knackered and can't be asked, we just sort of pile them all up somewhere. Every so often I have to go around to my own flat and pick up all the tools because they're just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Which is annoying. But I can only blame myself because it's only me that does it at home. I think the problem is with this workshop, not that I've actually been out here that much this year, but when you sort of share a workshop, there's 2 of you to blame. That's alright. I mean, these have been left outside and got rusty, but in all fairness, they're not that good now anyway. Most of them are blunt, so... Excuse me. That wasn't supposed to fall straight through the hole.